to support Digital India. How do we really go about empowering builders and businesses? As I said, this is going to be our point of focus. Of course, I am assuming that you are, initiating your touch points right there on the screen in terms of exploring the different platform features and, of course, the actionable insights at the partner booths along with networking. But right now, I would want everybody's energies to be concentrated in this important session. Well, allow me to please welcome on that note the country manager and head digital native business from AISPL, Sachin Chawla. If you're all set, it's straight away over to you, the spotlight.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the ET Global Digital League 2021. I'm absolutely thrilled to have speaking to all of you today. I hope all of you and your loved ones are staying safe and doing well. As a base of my intro, my name is Sachin and I lead the digital native business for India and South Asia. What I want to cover today with you are three things. Number one, what an incredible opportunity India is as she unlocks herself into the next phase of growth. Secondly, I also want to talk a little bit on what we're building in India as AWS, what is our mission, and thirdly, most importantly, what are the key priority areas that we are doing that will help India move to the next phase of growth. Let's just look at some of the digital demographics. The internet users in India is about 776 million. Smartphone users have crossed 750 million. The digital payments are already about 2,000 trillion. The debit cards have crossed about 850 million. The SaaS revenue that is projected, by our Indian SaaS companies is bound to cross about 20 billion by 2022. To unlock all of this, we have about 200 plus public listed large companies. India is the third largest market for startups. We have about more than 40K active startups, more than 75 million small and 4 million developers in India. What this means is that India is one of the world's largest open market today, and the opportunity for technology to play a key role in this digital transformation is massive. While there are a number of things that are driving this push towards digital, and we are really taken off and going at a supersonic speed, but there are three key elements of it. The number one is the tech-savvy millennial population in India. We have more than 50% of our population is less than 24 years, and needless to say, they're absolutely tech-savvy. I think the second thing what is happening is the push that is given by our national identity program and the India stack has really driven the digitization of our economy. If you look at the number of Jan Dhan accounts that have been opened, it's close to 354 million new Jan Dhan accounts open. UPI is growing at a staggering pace of about 414% CAGR since its inception in 2015. And the third piece of it is the revolution that is coming from the payment and the lending industry. And a lot of it is driven by the regulatory friendliness and the innovative products that are coming to the market. When you're moving at supersonic speed, you can't really move with legacy technologies. The playbook has totally changed. The world is entered a phase of rapid experimentation where the cost of failure has to be low. You use data to unlock new revenue streams. And the democratization of the technologies like machine learning, AI, has really become a reality. This is the reason that at the center of it is cloud, which is powering and fostering some of these areas that are helping organizations to digitize. With that, it's important for me to talk about what we are doing at AWS India, our mission, and how we are aligned to take India to the next phase of growth. Our mission in India is really about empowering businesses and builders to build a better India. I'm going to say it again, empowering businesses and builders to build a better India. It's not about investments. It's not about 200 plus services. It's really about, we want to be a force that help India move forward. If you just look at AWS, these are some numbers from a global perspective. We are about 59 billion revenue run rate in less than 15 years. We have more than 81 availability zones spread across 25 regions, which is 2x more than any of the next largest cloud provider. We've given more than $1 billion of credits for startups in 2020. And our partners, the more than 100,000 partners that help our customers day in and day out, present in more than 150 countries. The AWS journey in India began many years before. Our first office was opened in 2011. We opened our first region, Mumbai region, in 2016 with 2 availability zones. In 2019, we announced a third AZ for the Mumbai region. And last year, we also announced a new region, which is the Hyderabad region, that will go live in mid-2022, comprising of 3 AZs. And that's a massive investment is coming from AWS. We really want to stay ahead of our customer needs and are committed to India in the next phase of its growth. We are most comprehensively and broadly adopted cloud platform in India currently. Across industries, whether it's enterprise, whether it's ISV, whether it is DNB and startups or SMB, all across, customers have used us to innovate. Customers have used to retire their technical debt. Customers have used to unlock new revenue streams using data and many such use cases. Let's just shift gear and talk a little bit about some of our key priorities. We staying true to our mission of empowering builders and businesses to build better in India. There are 4 key priorities that we're really driving to move India forward. Number 1 is helping startups become the enterprises of tomorrow. We truly believe that the startups are at the cutting edge to disrupt some of the business models and really reinvent customer experience, and they are the enterprises of tomorrow. Secondly, democratizing the technologies of digital era. While there are many technologies that are currently playing a crucial role in transforming enterprises and moving to digital, but there are 4 key technologies that I would want to talk about. And these are AI and machine learning, analytics, containers, and purpose-built databases. The third priority is we really can't move India forward if we do not digitize the SMBs, which contribute about 29% to our GDP. And the last one is there is a massive skill gap that currently staring at us from where we are and where we want to go. And we really want to be a part in helping skill the digital workforce of India. Let's start with the first one, helping startups to become the enterprise of tomorrow. Startups across industries have proven without any doubt now that they can disrupt the industry, they can reinvent customer experience and create new markets for them. Whether it is Paytm or PayU in fintech, Zomato or Swiggy in the food tech, or 1MG and CureFit in the health tech, all across, these startups have gone and reinvented customer experiences and have shown to the world that they can really scale. We're very proud that a large majority of these startups are built on AWS. We really wanted to stay true to this mission and have developed a number of programs that help these startups across the life cycle of the journey. Whether a startup is just starting in the formation phase to validation to growth, we actually have programs all through the life cycle that help them scale and reach the next stage. For example, a startup who is in the initial stage of the journey, we have programs like AWS Activate, where we give platform credits for these startups to come and to help them transition to cloud and start easily. Last year itself, we've given more than $1 billion of credits to startups globally, and about $3.5 billion of credit in the last 7 years to these startups. As the startups mature and reach the validation and the growth phase, they need a lot of other support. For example, technical architecture. We help them optimize their costs and things like those. As they reach the growth phase, we have programs where we make connections to enterprises and also help them list into AWS Marketplace, which has more than 50 categories and more than 300,000 customers, active customers who go and buy from that marketplace, giving an access to these startups to those set of customers. Let's talk about the second one. Democratizing the technologies that are fueling the digital. As I said, there are many technologies, but I have just picked 4 of them because I do feel these 4 are playing a crucial role and at the center stage of helping companies transform to the digital era. The first one is AI and machine learning. In the fullness of time, every application will be fused with machine learning. And our mission at AWS is to give machine learning in the hands of every developer. Regardless of the use case that you have, whether you have machine learning practitioners or not, we have the stack and we have the solutions to help you adopt AI and machine learning. There are tens of thousands of customers are running machine learning on AWS, some of them in your screen. In India, we have customers like Shadi, Games, Delivery, and worldwide customers like Netflix, Intuit, so on and so forth. The second is analytics. At AWS is the fastest way for you to get answers from all your data to all your users. Regardless of the use case, again, whether you just want to do pure analytics or data warehouse, we have solutions like Redshift, or you want to just move data or create a data lake or do predictive analysis, we have a number of solutions that you can use for the right kind of use case. There are tens of thousands of data lakes running on S3 today. Some of the customers in India are Paytm, BigBasket, and worldwide customers like Moderna, Intuit, using our analytics solutions. The third technology that I want to touch upon are containers. Containers have become a key enabler in moving your applications from a monolithic-based architecture to a microservices-based architecture. One of our customers, MakeMyTrip, used containers to transform themselves from a monolithic architecture to a microservices based. And at AWS is the most secure, reliable, and scalable way to run containers for organizations. Regardless of what use case you have, you can use the service. If you want to stay very close to the native AWS service, you can use ECS. If you want to manage on Kubernetes, you can use EKS. If you want to really go and manage it in a total serverless way, you can use services like Fargate. 80% of all containers that run in the public cloud today are run on AWS. The last one is really purpose-built databases. We have the broadest selection of purpose-built databases for all your application needs. Back in the day, you would use one kind of a database, a relational database for all your needs, but the needs are totally changed. The response time needed from application is different. The amount of data that they handle is totally different. So regardless of what your use case is and what kind of database you want to use, whether it's relational, key value, in-memory, document, graph, we have about 15 plus flavors of databases that you can choose from on the platform. And hundreds of thousands of customers rely on AWS database today, including customers like Punch, Games 24/7 India, and 3M, Samsung, to name a few from worldwide. Let's move to the third priority. It's bridging the digital divide and digitizing the SMBs. As I said, India can't really move forward if we do not help these SMBs digitize. 29% of India's GDP is contributed from them, 40% of exports, and 35% of workforce rests there. 69% of SMBs are really accelerating the digitization, and they've realized that it's absolutely table stakes to go forward and transform themselves. At Amazon, we have taken a goal of digitizing 10 million Indian SMBs by 2025. While we were going through this journey, we also did a survey with 3,000 SMBs to really go and talk to them and understand what are their needs and what are the challenges that they face when they're trying to digitize. These challenges came in 4 buckets, and these were accessibility, there's ability to discover and choose the right solution, affordability, which is the right price point, simplicity, how simple is the solution to deploy and manage, and 4th is to have the right kind of support. And that's when we went on and built something known as Amazon Digital Suite. It's one of its kind, SMB first business software that is chosen from sub 7 of our technology partners, and that the SMBs can just go and buy and deploy on a click of a button. These softwares comes from varied use cases, from tech stacks to business compliance, payments, e-com, productivity, ledger and accounting, and so on and so forth. We also have another initiative called SMB Vidyalaya, which is really designed to help SMBs scale up on technology, build the technology knowledge, and help them select the right solution for their needs. Lastly, and most important, addressing the digital skill gap is extremely important as we move into the next phase of our digital growth. Digitally skilled workers make up 12% of India's workforce. Let me repeat again, only 12% of India's workforce. This demand is going to go or increase 9 times by 2025. And we really need to be geared up and help people skill themselves to be ready for the digital world. Their survey says the workers need to develop up to 7 new digital skills by 2025, which is massive, which means a lot of help that we need to provide. At Amazon, we've announced that we will help 29 million people around the world to grow their tech skills with free cloud computing skills training by 2025. And our focus on skilling is a mix of programs and investments. While there are a number of programs, I'll touch upon some of the key programs. The first one is AWS Educate. This is an online skill development program for students, for people who want to have a self-paced learning. The second is AWS Academy. It's an instructor-led program targeted at universities. We already have more than 200 colleges and 27 full universities enrolled in this program. The third one is AWS Training and Certification. It's again an instructor-led curriculum, but these are designed for corporates and public sector. We have about 50 plus courses and 12 industry-leading certifications that the skilled people can do. And the last one is AWS Restart, which is coming soon. This is designed for really helping those unemployed and underemployed individuals. It's a 12-week long course which prepares this individual to be ready for the technology world at an entry level. To summarize, I would say 3 things. Number 1, there is no better time to be in technology and in India right now. Secondly, startups and this new age technologies of machine learning, AI, analytics, containers, databases will play a crucial role in moving India on its dream to become digital. Thirdly, there's an urgent need to help SMBs and really address the skill gap if we want to move forward in our dream of becoming digital. I'll leave you with 3 thoughts. Number 1, we just started to unlock digital India, and there's no time better than to be in the technology space. Number 2, I think startups and these new technologies and democratizing of these new technologies play a crucial role in helping organization transform to a digital world. And lastly, there's an urgent need to work with our SMBs and to bridge the skill gap we have in the market if we want to live the dream of becoming a total digital India. With that, I want to thank you all for being with me today and listening to me. Stay home and stay safe. Thank you.
Sachin, I have to say thank you to you for empowering our summit and this track with your talk. And I guess all the eyeballs on seeing the digital India evolve, the bigger and the brighter picture out there. Thank you very, very much for joining us. And ladies and gentlemen, as we march ahead, when I was researching about the theme that we put into picture, an independent study that I came across suggested that companies earn $1 billion a year and can earn an additional $700 million over 3 years by investing in digital strategies such as customer experience, so as to say, the digital experiences. Well, how do startups ensure they embrace digital? We will explore with an enthusiastic panel discussion and the discussants who are waiting backstage to lend their thoughts to you. Be right there. We'll be back.